proud of you, Donna. Proud of you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. On behalf of the Glendale Police Department, welcome and thank you for joining us today as we celebrate the swearing in of our police chief, Robert William. This truly is a special occasion, not only for the chief and our department, but for the entire Glendale community. And this large gathering is proof of that. So thank you for being here. My name is Sergeant Pabokian. I'm the department's Public Information Officer and Chief Williams Adjutant. I'll be helping conduct today's ceremony, and after the formal portion, we'll invite everyone into our community room just behind me for some food and refreshments. Yes, we do have portos. At this time, I invite everyone to please rise for the Glendale Police Department Honor Guard, accompanied by the Los Angeles Police Emerald Society Pipes and Drums. Afterwards, please remain standing for the singing of our national anthem, performed by the very talented Miss Afina Madoyan. Uniform personnel will honor the flag with a hand salute. Non-uniform will render a hand over heart.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, their bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that a flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Good morning. Good morning. I like that. I come from the black church, so you can talk back to me. It is in my estimation that there is no greater thing that we can do for one another than serve. It is very few people who choose to do it for their occupation and then stay in it for a lifetime. I was told as you get older, you begin to say certain things that you thought you'd never say. And so here's one of those things that I will say. Back in my day, we used to play outside. You know, many of you guys maybe remember that. And we'd go down to the lake and we'd throw a rock in it, and that rock would hit the lake and have ripples that would far beyond that initial impact of the rock. While I am not too smart to know all the science behind it, I was once told that if the lake didn't end, those ripples would go far beyond what we could imagine or what we could see. When we serve others, it is like that initial rock, that rock making an impact in a lake, and the job that we have called makes ripples. It reaches far beyond what we would ever imagine or do. There is a scripture that reminds us, don't get weary when you're doing good, for in due season you will reap a reward. So my encouragement today is that as we turn new pages, as we promote new people, that we wouldn't get weary in doing good, because the reality is we don't know how far those ripples are extending, and the reality is if we want to change our community, our world, our neighborhoods, it will have to be with a little good. I now invite you to pray with me in what is my faith tradition. While you pray in what is yours, or take a moment of meditation. God, so grateful to be here today. Grateful for the community that you have called us to and the people you have called to serve. God, we are so grateful that you have uniquely wired us all differently, but yet we stand here today celebrating a department, celebrating a city, celebrating an occupation. God, our prayer is that we would never get weary in doing good. So in our good, God, would you grant us wisdom and discernment on the best next steps to take, how to make the right decisions and when. God, our prayer is that you would lead us and guide us. God, we would be remiss if we did not also ask that you would protect us, that you would watch over us as we answer the call. But God, most of all, we're grateful that you put inside of us the heart to serve. Would you always remind us to do good? I pray all these things in the name of Jesus. Amen.
It is truly an honor and remarkable to see all of you here today to celebrate the special moment and milestone for our Jewel City. For well over a century, the Glendale Police Department has proudly served this community through times of growth, challenge, and progress. Today, we add another chapter in that history as we swear in Glendale's 21st Chief of Police. And a reminder that while each generation of leadership is unique, our commitment to serving this community is constant. At this time, I would like to take a brief moment to recognize some dignitaries who are not only here with us today, but have consistently demonstrated immense support for Chief William, our department, and our city. Starting with our city leadership and elected officials who are on stage with us, Glendale City Manager Rubik Galanian, Glendale City Mayor Artie Kasakian, Councilmember Vartan Karapetyan, Councilmember Dan Brotman, Councilmember Ellen Asatrian, Councilmember Alek Barchesov, also would like to recognize another crucial part to Glendale's public safety and our partner, Glendale Fire Chief Jeff Brooks. Additionally, I would like to recognize that we have joining us several police chiefs and command staff members from other cities across Los Angeles County, and I also saw Orange County. Thank you. We want to thank you all for taking the time to celebrate with us. Among them, we want to especially recognize former Glendale Police Chief Carl Povolitis, former Glendale Police Chief Randy Adams, former Glendale Police Captain and now Burbank Chief of Police Rafael Quintero, and former Police Captain and now Glendale Community College Police Chief Gary Montecuello. We are also honored to have several of our statewide elected officials and their representatives with us today, including California's 44th District Assemblymember Nick Schultz, from Sasha Renee Perez's office, Field Representative Carlos Arce, from the Los Angeles County Board of Supervisors, Catherine Barger's office, Diana Oganessian and Brendan Hidalgo. Our faith leaders play an important role in bringing people together and supporting our communities. Here with us today is His Eminence Archbishop Jovan Derderian of the West Diocese of the Armenian Church. And of course, our educational leaders, community partners, and the many organizations and residents who continue to make Glendale such a special place. Thank you all for your partnership, your trust, and your continued commitment to serving our community. The success of any organization depends on strong partnerships and a shared commitment to serve. The Glendale Police Department is fortunate to work alongside dedicated city leaders and professionals that support the work we do every day in keeping Glendale safe and moving forward.
You can measure a city in 1,000 different ways. By its population, by its budget, by its parks, its schools, the number of construction projects being approved or denied. But I've come to believe there's only one measurement that truly matters. Who do people hope will show up when they need help? The answer to that question says more about a city than any statistic or number ever could. Because when life takes an unexpected turn, when a child goes missing, when a family suffers a tragedy, when a neighbor is in crisis, when confusion replaces certainty, we don't think about budgets or buildings, we think about people. The people who will answer the call. The people who step forward towards uncertainty while everyone else is stepping away. The people who remind us, simply by their presence, that we are not alone. That is the quiet promise every community makes to itself, that when our neighbors need help, someone will show up. Not because they have to, but because they have chosen a life of service. That promise is especially meaningful today. We live in a time when people are asking difficult questions about institutions, about leadership, and about the responsibilities that come with authority. The headlines change almost daily. The debates are often loud, yet beneath all of that noise, most people are asking a much simpler question. Can we trust the people who serve us? Trust is not built through press releases or policies alone. It's built one interaction at a time. One conversation, one act of compassion, one difficult decision made with integrity. One moment when someone chooses patience over anger, understanding over assuming, and service over self. Across our country, we have witnessed scenes that challenge our conscience. Families torn apart, neighbors divided against neighbor, individuals sometimes concealing their identities while carrying out acts that should cause all of us to reflect on whether we are living up to our highest ideals as Americans. But what I have learned over the years is this: while distrust may begin nationally, trust is rebuilt locally. Policing is, and always has been, local. The badge may look the same from one jurisdiction to another, but the culture behind it can be profoundly different. And that is what makes Glendale different. Here, we have intentionally built a police department that knows its community. The department shaped over generations by men and women who understood that wearing a badge is not simply about enforcing the law, it's about earning the confidence of the people you serve. It's about recognizing that every person is someone's child, someone's parent, someone's spouse, someone's whole world. In a city as diverse as ours, where people come from every corner of the globe, speak dozens of languages, worship in different ways, and bring with them countless life experiences, our police officers are often the most visible representation of local government. They are expected not only to protect our neighborhoods, but to reflect our values. And those values are simple. Treat every person with dignity, lead with professionalism, exercise authority with humility. Never lose sight of the humanity of the person standing before you. Across our nation, policing is often judged by the most dramatic moments. Here in Glendale, we judge it differently. We judge it by whether a kid grows up believing a police officer is someone to run towards and not someone to run from. We judge it by whether a grieving family is met first with compassion. We judge it by whether every resident, regardless of where they were born, the language they speak, or the neighborhood they call home, is treated with dignity. Because dignity is not earned, it belongs to every human being. This is the department Chief Robert William inherits today. Most importantly, it is a department he has helped build. And now it is the culture he has the privilege and the responsibility to protect and move forward. I know and believe Chief William understands that leadership is not about having all the answers. It is about setting the standard others choose to follow. It is about creating a culture where dignity is expected, compassion is respected, accountability is embraced, and every officer understands that the badge they wear is not a symbol of power, but a symbol of public trust. There will be difficult days ahead. Leadership always brings those. Decisions will be scrutinized, expectations will be high, and the path forward will not always be easy. But I believe your and our greatest responsibility is also our greatest opportunity to ensure that every person in Glendale knows that when they see a Glendale police officer, they see someone who is there to protect, to serve, and to uphold our collective dignity. Because years from now, people won't remember every policy or ordinance adopted during our tenure, but they will remember something far more enduring. They will remember how our officers made them feel, whether they felt heard, they felt respected, whether in one's life's most difficult moments, someone wearing the Glendale Police Department badge reminded them that they mattered. And if those are the stories that people tell about this department, Glendale will continue to be known not only as one of the safest cities in California, but as also one of the most trusted. And in the end, trust is the foundation upon which every great community is built. Chief William, on behalf of the City Council, my colleagues, Council Members Asatrian, Bartrasov, Brotman, and Garpetian, and the people of Glendale, congratulations on this honor today. Thank you for accepting the tremendous responsibility. I have and we have confidence in your character, your leadership, and your vision for this department. May God bless you, your family, the men and women of the Glendale Police Department, and may God always continue to bless the great city of Glendale. Thank you very much.
Appreciate everyone being here. Wow, what a setup. What a great turnout. Before I start my 15-minute speech, 2-minute speech, because we have gelato inside, we don't want it to melt. I wanted to thank the Police Foundation, Glendale Police Foundations, their members, President Alex Boroyan, and all the staff who, yes, great. Please. For organizing this event. They've been here since the early hours of the morning. Staff from my office, especially Annette Gazarian and Ari Bandari and Mariam Hagopian. So I appreciate everyone's help putting this event together. As city manager, days like this are one of my favorite and memorable events and moments in my career. So let's get started. Members of the Glendale City Council, Mayor Ksakian, distinguished guests, members of our public safety family, and more importantly, the residents of this jewel city. Today signifies a landmark occasion for Glendale. As city manager, one of the most important responsibilities I have is selecting the individual who lead our law enforcement agency and safeguard our community. When evaluating what makes a truly exceptional police chief, I look for unwavering integrity, executive strength, a commitment to innovation, and a profound lived understanding of the community being served. This morning, I'm thrilled to say that we found all those qualities in one of our own. Why not? Robert Williams' journey with the Glendale Police Department is the quintessential service story, public service story. Over 25 years ago, Robert began his career with this department, not with a badge, but as a student volunteer and a police cadet. In 2003, he was sworn in as a police officer. Over the next 2 decades, he didn't just climb the ranks, he earned every step of the way. From patrolling our streets, serving on SWAT, and leading complex investigations in the Detective Bureau, to serving as Public Information Officer, Captain, Deputy Chief, and most recently as Interim Chief, Robert has mastered every operational and administrative facets of this department. He has earned credentials at the highest levels of national leadership, graduating from the prestigious FBI National Academy and the Senior Management Institute for Police. Now, when a person starts as a cadet and ends up as the chief in the exact same department 24 years later, it means 2 things. First one, he has an incredible work ethic, and second, he clearly couldn't find his way out of the building. What sets Chief William apart is not just his professional resume, although very impressive, his personal connection to Glendale. Glendale is hometown. He grew up here. He graduated from Glendale High School and continues to build his life and legacy here. Now, behind every great public servant is a family whose support and sacrifice make the service possible. As you all know, law enforcement requires a great deal, not just from the officers, but also of those at home. Hence, I want to extend our deepest gratitude to Robert's wife, Lala, and their 2 sons sitting in the front here. That fist bump was warranted. Good job. Lala, thank you for your constant encouragement, resilience, and partnership through Robert's career. And to his sons, Daniel and Christian, well, I know having a dad who is a police officer means you could never get away with anything growing up. But now I have to let you know that he's the chief of police. I'm afraid those rules are going to be enforced at a federal level. Jokes aside, thank you for sharing your father with our city through long shifts, missed dinners, and late-night calls. The dedication Robert brings to Glendale every day is a direct reflection of the love, foundation, and support you provide at home. Thank you. Leadership in modern policing doesn't stop at city borders. Throughout his rise, Chief William has built deep, lasting partnership across regional law enforcement. He holds the highest respect of his peers across the Los Angeles County Police Chiefs Association and law enforcement executives throughout California and beyond, some of whom are present here today. They know what we in Glendale know, that Chief William is collaborative, strategic thinker who represents the gold standards of law enforcement leadership. As the 21st Chief of Police for the Glendale Police Department, Chief William also makes history as the first Chief of Armenian heritage to lead this agency. In a city proud to be home to a vibrant Armenian American community, Robert's milestone reflects the rich diversity and endless potential for Glendale, showing our youth that with dedication, integrity, and hard work, there are no limits to what you can achieve. Throughout his service as Interim Chief, Robert proved that he possesses both the steady hand and the forward-looking vision required to navigate modern policing. Under his leadership, the Glendale Police Department will remain focused on the priorities that matter the most. Number one, strengthening community trust, as the mayor indicated. That could happen by expanding partnership and proactive community policing across every single neighborhood in the city. Employee development and wellness by supporting the men and women in uniform who risk their lives daily to keep us safe. And lastly, innovation and excellence by embracing cutting-edge technology, transparency, and high standard of accountability. Chief William, as you step officially into this role, know that you have the full confidence of the City Council, myself, the city leadership, your fellow officers, your peers across Southern California, and the community you have loved and served for over 2 decades. Please join me in welcoming our new Chief of Police, Robert Williams. All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
I,
Robert William,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
that I will bear the faith and allegiance
that I will bear the faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States,
to the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of California,
the Constitution of the State of California,
and the provisions of the Charter and the city ordinances
and the provisions of the Charter and city ordinances
of the City of Glendale,
of the City of Glendale,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties upon which I'm about to enter.
the duties upon which I'm about to enter.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, Chief,
All right.
who would you like to have the honor of pinning your badge?
So he's been asking me for the last 2 weeks. It's going to be my son Christian, accompanied by my son Daniel.
Mike.
My son Christian has been asking me for the last 2 weeks, who are you going to have pin you? So I'm going to pick Christian to pin me, but I want my son Daniel and my wife Lala to join him.
The Los Angeles County Police Chiefs Association plays an important role in bringing together law enforcement leaders across our region to share ideas, strengthen partnerships, and advance public safety. I would now like to introduce the Vice President of the Los Angeles County Police Chiefs Association and Chief of Police for the Laverne Police Department, Chief Sam Gonzalez.
I will keep it brief, but I also what an honor and a privilege to be up here, first of all. But I'll keep it brief. Congratulations. I welcome you to the Los Angeles County Police Chiefs Association. The city's in good hands. I've known you to be a humble professional and a man of integrity, so the city's going to be well serviced with you here. So on behalf of the Los Angeles County Police Chiefs Association, congratulations on your appointment as the 21st Chief of Police of the Glendale Police Department. Again, congratulations.
Good morning, everyone. All right. I want to start off by, it was mentioned earlier, but I would be remiss if I didn't say it. I want to thank everyone who put this event together, starting with Sergeant Mike Pabokian, Annette Gazarian from the City Manager's Office, Alex Gazalpour from the Glendale Police Foundation, and the entire Glendale Police Foundation board for funding this event. I really, really appreciate it. Beautiful. I'm sure everyone appreciates the giant tent. That was a last-minute decision, so I'm glad it's out here. Otherwise, half of you would be leaving right now. A little over 30 years ago, some of the most senior members of this department were just beginning their careers. At the same time, I was just a kid growing up on East Garfield, just a couple of miles from here, down in South Glendale. And as Chaplain Dante said, I was just a kid, back in my day, playing outside. While the officers were keeping the city safe, I was riding my bike to the top of Adams Hill and riding as fast as I can down the hill without stopping at any of the stop signs just to see how fast I can go. On the weekends, I'd jump the fence to John Muir Elementary School and play roller hockey with the neighborhood kids on the smooth blacktop. And during the summer, my friends and I would play football at Glendale High School, and after it got dark, we would sneak into the school pool just to cool off. Back then, I never imagined that one day I would stand here as a chief of police for the city of Glendale. Okay, I didn't expect that to come. Life has a remarkable way of preparing you long before you realize it, that it's happening. Mayor Kasakian, members of City Council, City Manager Galanian, distinguished guests, fellow chiefs, members of our community, leaders in our community, leaders in our faith group, the men and women of the Glendale Police Department, and of course, my dear family, my friends, Mom John, Pop John. Thank you for being here to share this moment with me. I don't know what's going on. If Dr. Watson is here, I want to make a promise to everybody. I do not sneak into schools anymore now that I'm a police chief. I am deeply honored and grateful for the confidence the city manager and the city council has in me. I don't view this appointment as the finish line of my career. I view this as the beginning of an even greater responsibility. I also want to thank my family for the sacrifices they make in order for me to take on this role, especially my wife, Lala, who has supported me through every stage of this profession. Policing asks a great deal for those who wear the badge, but it asks just as much of the people who love them. Today marks an important milestone in my career, but this moment is about something much bigger than me. It's about a city that shaped my life, a city that gave me lifelong friendships. It gave me mentors who challenged me, and it gave me opportunities. Eventually, it gave me a calling to protect the very neighborhoods that I grew up in. It's also about a department that gave me every opportunity to grow. I came into this organization as a young cadet. Since then, I've had the privilege of serving in nearly every corner of this department. Every assignment taught me something. Every mentor shaped me, every challenge made me better. When I look back on my career, the greatest lessons didn't come from promotions. They came from the people standing beside me. I've served alongside some of the bravest officers who've run towards danger without hesitation, detectives who refuse to give up on their victims, professional staff who keep this department quietly moving every single day, supervisors who develop the next generation without asking for recognition. Those experiences have shaped the kind of leader I've always wanted to be. To the men and women of the Glendale Police Department, you guys are all standing back there like typical cops. Our strength has never been about all these great equipments that we have. It's never been about our advanced technology. It's never been about this beautiful building that we come to every single day. Our greatest strength has always been you, our people. The public often sees the badge. I see the sacrifice behind it. I know the commitment this profession demands of you, and I don't take that for granted. As your chief, my first responsibility will always be to you. To make sure that you have the leadership, support, training, equipment, and resources that you need to succeed. I'll be there to listen, to be present, to hold us accountable when necessary, and to never lose sight of the fact that leadership is a responsibility, not a privilege. To our community, thank you for placing your trust in us. You deserve a police department that is not only effective, but one that listens, learns, and never stops striving to serve you better. This standard is what we hold ourselves to every single day. The safest cities aren't built by police alone. The strongest public safety strategy has always been a community and a police department working together, united by a shared commitment to public safety. That partnership has always been one of Glendale's greatest strengths, and it will remain the heart of how we move forward. To my command staff and expanded management team, Commander Cheryl Davis-Moore, Captain Alex Kerkorian, Captain Steve Corrigan, Captain Jason Ross, Chief Assistant City Attorney Ann Maurer, and to my adjutant, Sergeant Mike Pabokian. Thank you for your partnership and counsel over the last 6 months while serving as Interim Chief. I have no doubt that without your support and honest feedback, I wouldn't be standing here today. I know the work ahead of us. There will be some difficult decisions, there will be some challenges, but I have complete confidence in you, and I feel like I'm one of the luckiest chiefs to have you as my team. Together, we'll continue building an organization that develops leaders, embraces innovation, and never stops looking for ways to improve. Over the last several weeks, many people have asked me what my vision is. It's straightforward. It's written on every wall in every office in this building. Protect Glendale, preserve trust, and maximize our potential. Those aren't just words, they are our commitment. They will guide how we make decisions, how we treat one another, and how we serve this city. When I first started my career as a police officer, I wasn't sure where it was all gonna go. I was just trying to learn the job and do good every single day. I had my ups and downs, and I had a close call in an officer-involved shooting that would have cost me everything. I certainly did not think that I would become the chief of police. But along the way, there were many people here who saw things in me that I had not recognized myself. Many of those people still work here today, and they're here today. Others have retired and have shown up today as well. I will forever be grateful to those individuals who believed in me and supported me up until this moment. Now it's my time to fully invest in the next generation, to leave this department stronger than I found it, and to make sure that one day, a young person standing where I once stood has the same opportunity to grow, to lead, and to serve. Thank you again for allowing me the privilege to serve as your chief of police. Thank you.